that record button. All yours. Zoom is loving us today. We'll just wait for these guys to get our sound up again.
Hello, there we go.
Thank you. I'm Dennis.
I'm Andrew.
We are the Crafty Lumberjacks. We're so excited to be here crafting with you today.
Yes.
Shout out to Michaels for having us. And of course, Fiskars. We're going to be doing a huge epic giveaway at the end of class today. We'll do a trivia question at the end of class, and then we ask you to send us your answers.
Yeah, so that's only for you who are watching live right now. This is such a cute craft today. It's all inspired by St. Patrick's Day. We are making this little vintage style leprechaun. Whenever I think of St. Patrick's Day, I always think of like little vintagey decorations that I grew up seeing. So this just kind of like warms my heart.
Yes, and actually we were inspired by this craft from an old vintage Santa that we saw, and we were like, oh my gosh, this would be adorable as a leprechaun.
I know, that's what I love about the holidays. You can be inspired by so many holidays and then kind of change them to fit the holiday that you want to craft for.
Yes, unfortunately, I'm not on the chat today, so we'll do our best to keep up with you all. Our next class, we do these classes every month. Our next class is on April 18th, and we're really excited about that class because we're making these DIY crepe paper crocuses.
These are so beautiful. They came out
so beautiful. If you've been in our classes before, we love a flower making class. And in this little project here, we even have the little roots included.
Yeah, the bulb and the roots. It's so charming. I'm really excited about this one. So join us for our next class. When did you say that was?
April 18th.
April 18th. Okay. Should we get started?
I think we should, yes. So let's switch to the other camera and we'll start crafting.
And just let us know in the chats if you're crafting along or if you have any kids that are crafting, just so we can make sure we're not going too fast, or we can help cater anything we're doing to fit what you're doing. If you don't have the materials, you could run and go get some scrap paper right now and make this out of paper. There's so many different ways you could do this. That's what I love about crafting. A lot of times when we're on here, people create things using what they have at home, and it blows my mind. So, you ready?
I'm so ready.
Okay.
All right. So, are we on this camera here? The top down? Let's see.
All righty. There we go.
Yes, and of course we have Teddy Kruger here joining us today, our trusty little craft assistant, also our boss. You know, he's a tough cookie. All right, but we want to start with a piece of paper. What we're going to be doing is making the body of our little leprechaun first. You can see it's almost like a little bell shape, a little cone. And actually what we're going to do is we're going to cut the piece of paper first and then do a piece of felt on top of it, just for more stability.
Yeah, that's just going to help the leprechaun stay standing.
Yeah, so I'm using about a 6-inch plate. Of course, you can do this for any size, any,
Yeah, whatever size you want to do. If you want to do these miniature or large scale.
There you go. I'm having a really hard time with words today. I mean, I say that every class.
I was going to say, I feel
like I have a hard time with words every day. But I'm just going to trace my plate on a piece of paper. I'm using green just so that it matches the color of the felt, Teddy. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my regular scissors. This is actually going to be part of our giveaway. Green scissors, of course. What I love about Fiskars is now they have so many different types of specialty scissors with different patterns, designs, colors. And this is their green sparkly ones.
They are so gorgeous. So if you like to craft for holidays like we do, it's so fun to have scissors to match. You know, these are great for spring. We pull them out during the holidays. It's just so much fun to have craft supplies that match your crafts.
Yes, it's super special. All right, so when cutting paper, what I always suggest is turning the paper rather the scissors. It will give you a nice cleaner cut. And then you don't have to warp and kind of twist your hand around to get a nice little detailed cut here.
Yeah, I always think that's like our #1 cutting tip. Turn the paper. Hi from Canada. Hi.
Hi, we want to come visit Toronto. We've never been. I've never been.
I've never been. No, I've never been to Toronto. I want to go.
And actually, we're going to save these little pieces of paper because we're actually going to be using the Fiskars confetti making kit. They have a handful of different punches in the kit, and actually that's going to be part of our giveaway too. These little heart punches is what we're going to use to create our little 3-leaf clover here that our little leprechaun has.
I love
so
that.
You want to kind of hold on to your scrap paper if you're working with the same materials we're working with today. And then also now we're gonna.
Sorry, I'm reading the comments and then I see my face like in the video. I'm like, it just scared me.
Same.
But we have someone crafting with their son, which is so fun. This is such a fun craft to do for any age.
So now what I'm gonna do is we only need half of our circle here. So I just folded it in half and then I'm gonna cut it right down the middle here. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect.
Not at all.
This is just the base structure for our little leprechaun here. And then you could even see, how do you do this?
How do you do this?
So
you want to take the flat side and then you want to take the ends and then glue them together like this. So you want to take the 2 flat sides and then glue them together. This is going to give you
before we do that, right? We want to trace our felt.
Yeah, you can trace your felt first and then we can do that. So then we're going to now have the outside of the body. What I love about felt, here, you want a marker? You have one.
I have a marker.
What I love about incorporating felt into crafts, there are a handful of them. There are a handful of reasons. One is because it's so inexpensive and they have so many colors at Michael's. And then another one is that it adds texture.
Yes.
So it adds this vintagey vibe. I love the texture of felt. So when you're crafting, things to think about are color and texture, and adding felt is a really inexpensive way to do that. Oops. That's okay. You're never going to see the green part.
You know, we love to hold on to all of our materials and use as much scrap material as we can. So you can kind of see I'm working towards my closest corner here at the bottom. So then I have a whole bunch of extra felt left over. To cut the felt, I am using the fabric scissors, which will also be part of the giveaway. This is like the OG, you know, and any other crafters know, do not use your fabric scissors for other things that are not fabric.
Yes.
But of course the felt is okay.
Oh, well, yeah, felt is fabric. But I know sometimes we just have a handful of scissors out, and whenever guests come over, they're like, oh, can I grab a pair of scissors? Why do they always gravitate towards the fabric scissors?
Because they're awesome. Look at this.
No, well, they are awesome, but I'm like, no, anything but the fabric scissors. When we were, we found those fabric scissors that your mom had, and they had a note on them, right?
Yeah, she had them like in the package, and there was a little note, and it was very kind. You know, she was a nice lady, but she was like, if you touch these, heads will roll.
That was definitely like directed to you and your brother.
Of course. Well, we were the only people in the house. So there you go. So I have my base here for the paper. That's just going to, again, give it more stability, and then we're going to cover it with the felt.
So what I like to do is I like to make the paper cone first, and then I like to make the other cone and then do it on top. So I like to...
Yes, I see. So for this, we're going to be using a hot glue gun.
I love a hot glue gun, especially for crafts that you want to, you know, do quickly, like us right now, since we are on the time crunch, since we're teaching this right now. I do love a hot glue gun, but craft glue would work just as well. They also have a great felt and foam craft like glue that works really well. But
GB said, Gloria said, I always had to hide my fabric scissors so my husband and kids don't use them on paper.
Oh my goodness.
I know it.
I'm going to make sure this is going to fit. So here we have one cone, and then now we're just going to overlay the
fabric.
felt. right on top and glue it down as well. So again, we're just taking our corners and gluing them together. That's going to give us our little cone. So, and for this craft, I really wasn't worried about the back of the craft because, you know, a lot of times when we craft decorations, they go up against the wall on a bookshelf. So I'm really not focused on making sure that the back is perfect. But if you wanted to make this for a dining room table, these would be so cute if you wanted to make these as little place settings. You could easily just try to focus on the back a little bit more to make them a little more clean cut. And then I'm just going to take, since these can kind of come off right now, I'm just going to glue a little bit on the back so it stays put.
We have another comment about the craft scissors. Oh, it's Rich. My grandma's fabric scissors has a note in the box that says, if you use these scissors on anything other than fabric, they will also be used to cause your I ruined it.
Try again. Try again. Your demise. There you go.
I was so close.
You were so close. Okay.
I like that sentiment.
Okay, now we're going to do the belt. Now, when you're, the trick to the belt is, I have to be honest, I didn't glue the head because I wanted to make sure when we made this that I would be able to kind of look at, like, remind myself. So if it kind of falls apart.
Actually used the fabric sisters on paper, and that's why the head isn't attached.
Oh, yes.
Hey.
You said fabric sisters.
Sisters.
You did.
How dare
fabric
I?
scissors. Okay, but to make the belt fly, oh my gosh, now I'm having trouble with my words.
You caught it.
To make the belt lie flat, you don't want to just cut a straight line. You actually want to take your plate, or since Dennis cut the plate and other half, we can use the other half of the template. You want to follow the line of the curve. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut out a strip for the belt that follows this curve. That's just going to help the belt lie flat. Do you want me to do that, or you want to do that?
Either or. You can do it.
Okay.
You seem to be rolling with the belt. And, you know, as you can see, we're using a different colored felt here just because obviously we want to have a variety. We don't want our belt to be hidden because it's the extra little details that's going to take this project to the next level.
That's right. And like Dennis said, I'm trying to find the area that I'm going to use, you know, or have like the most amount of scraps with after the fact. But yes, that's a great tip. And that's, again, why I love the felt at Michael's, is because they really do have a lot of different like colors of green. They have a lot of shades. So that's really nice. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut about, I don't know, a centimeter thick, make the belt about a centimeter thick. So I'm just going to kind of follow that curve and do my best. When thinking about, I'm actually just going to cut this.
Do it.
You know?
Do it.
When cutting, sometimes cutting things down just makes it easier to work with. But when thinking about making a vintage style craft, what I love about it too, it means that it doesn't have to be perfect, because a lot of vintage stuff was made handmade. So those imperfections really do add to the quality, or at least that's what I like to tell myself. Here we go.
I also think if you're all familiar with the Muppets Christmas Carol, our leprechaun here is giving like the ghost of Christmas present.
Yes.
You know, I think he's adorable.
That would be really cute.
Dream roll, dream roll.
Yes. I think it's the red beard.
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Here we have our belt. Dennis, you want to glue it?
Sure.
I want to make sure you know.
Can glue things.
Yeah.
So you see, this is almost giving little elf vibes too. Little Buddy the Elf.
I know, it is like a little elf hat.
Cute.
Do you see how that lies flat?
Yeah.
Yes.
So just glue it?
Yeah. Just glue it.
Okay, I'm going to glue just in the center, and then I'll cut off any excess.
I think that's a great idea.
And I want to go a little towards the bottom here because we are going to give him that big red beard. We don't want to cover up our little detail here, you see. So I'm doing the belt towards the bottom of the body. I really do think you could probably just make this with paper.
Oh, absolutely. Right? This would be so cute with paper.
So I'm going to trim it. Like Andrew said, we're not, paying too much attention to how the back looks.
Yeah.
But I do want to get it as lined up as possible.
Very nice.
Very cute. Adorable. I love crafting because it's really cool to see the process. Like when you either have an idea and then you get to kind of put it to life, just kind of watching how things come together.
Absolutely. And actually that kind of reminds me when we made this, we usually make these crafts in advance so we can send them to Michael's and they can, promote the class. We just had the little leprechaun by himself, but a couple of days ago we were like, I feel like it needs something. So we put him on a little wood round. We added a couple more, what are those called? Clovers, just to really kind of add to it. So I feel like there's, even with crafting, even when you think you're done, you're never done. Okay, for the
especially
belt
this
buckle,
guy here.
Oh, I'm never done. I feel like
I'll never be satisfied.
I feel like with crafting and decorating for me, it's like when I'm done, I get all the ideas. Do you ever feel that way? I'm like,
I should have done that.
Oh,
I should have
my
done that.
gosh.
Yes.
Why didn't I think of that? So I'm just making the belt buckle, which I just cut out a square. Perhaps ribbon could be used for the belt. I think that's a great idea. I think ribbon would work really well. You could add like a fun little pattern to it. And now for the belt buckle, I wanted mine to be have rounded edges. So I just rounded the edges by taking my scissors and then, like Dennis said, turning the felt. That kind of helps. And then that gives it more of a rounded edge. This is going to be a bigger belt buckle than the other one I made, but that's okay.
I think a bigger belt buckle will look cute.
And then I'm going to fold the felt in half. I'm going to give it two parallel snips. So a snip down here and then one just right next to it. And then I can take my scissors. I can slide the point in. Can you see that? And then give it another snip. And then do it to the other side. I think that's the easiest way to do this. I tried a couple different ways and I felt like this was the easiest way. And here you have an adorable little belt buckle that you can just glue right on. You're going to glue that for me? Wow, yes. It really does look like Buddy the Elf. I'm getting...
So cute.
It's so cute.
This is like a mashup of all holidays.
I love that.
I love that for us. We always talk, if we get like a bigger home or a bigger apartment, we want to have like rooms that are, designated to a certain holiday all year round.
Yes.
So like we'd have our Halloween room and then we'd have our Christmas room.
Yes. Like I'd love to have like a Christmas like library.
Just because most of the things we own are decorations.
Yes. And let's be honest, we start decorating for Halloween in August because we just really
Teddy's still here judging every moment.
He's like, I cannot believe you cut that belt buckle so big.
No,
I'm just kidding.
That's perfect.
Okay. That is adorable. Now we're going to move on to, I guess, the head. We'll do the head and then we'll do the top hat after.
Sure.
So for the head, we have this bead. We got this bead and it actually has this little circle in the middle. It's carved out, but it's not on the other side. If you have a bead that's all the way through, that will work as well because you're just going to put it with the hat. But what's great about beads with any types of holes are they just, they kind of they fit right on, which is really nice. So what we're going to work on now is, I'm going to try to move this camera down just a little more.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's much better.
That's much better.
That is so much better. We're going to cut out the beard. Now we found this fabric at Michael's. This is, sorry, Teddy. Oh, he's so mad. This is this faux fur at Michael's. And they come in a lot of different colors. And actually what they had was a rainbow faux fur, which works just fine. Now, when cutting faux fur, here's a great tip. Do you want to be doing it, Dennis?
Sure. You want to cut it from the back. You want to turn it around and cut it from the back. This way it'll be easier to cut. you won't get so many like flyaways here. You could already see we've already cut our first beard out of this piece. I'm going to be using the fabric scissors for this again. I wonder why we cut the red as well.
You know, I cut the red because I wasn't sure. Part of me was like, ooh, could it be like a little bit of both? That's what I was thinking, like a little mashup of both. But I didn't end up going that way.
And just before I cut the other side, I just want to lift this up a little bit just so that, you know, I'm not cutting off the end of the oranges here on the orange fur.
So you really have to be a hairdresser.
We could have just used Teddy's fur
for this. Yeah.
Like brushed him, gathered his fur, and then...
Yeah, that's not weird.
Don't talk about my baby like that. And I'm just cutting like a long rectangle here. Doing my best, of course.
Now, if you don't have faux fur, or if you didn't want to use faux fur, you could do
another piece of felt.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you could make a beard out of yarn.
Oh yeah, it's cute. We've done a lot of yarn beards. There's a little red there. Do you want that, or you like that?
I actually kind of like it. I think it's kind of cute. What about everybody else?
Joseph and the amazing Technicolor Leprechaun.
Wow. Okay, great job. So now we're just going to glue it to the bottom of our, there we go. So what I'm going to do, actually, can I see that pencil?
Sure.
I think it's good to kind of draw where the nose is going to be and the two eyes. Give yourself a little bit of like, just a little direction or guidance, I guess. So I know I want the nose to be like right there, so I'm going to glue it.
Because you want it like right under the nose.
Right under the nose, yeah.
Actually, so like the center of
just gonna, just a little bit of white here.
Jennifer said about Teddy, maybe he'll cough up a hairball if you're not nice to him. Good, Teddy. And somebody, Kit Cow, recommended feathers maybe for the beard.
Oh, that's fun.
You know, Teddy makes us brush him daily. So actually, Teddy doesn't really have many hairballs.
We're very lucky in that.
Maybe twice a year, if that. Once a year, if that. But that's just about, we brush him
a lot.
So much.
Okay, so I'm just going to add my beard right about where I want the nose to be. And I think a good tip is to start in the middle, add your glue in the middle, and then worry about the sides. Don't add too much glue where it's stressful. Tack it down first and then work on the sides.
Very cute.
You know, I changed the camera angle and now I feel like it's
too close.
Too close. So sorry, everybody. And what I did too is I curved up just a little bit. Just a little bit on the sides.
Over the ears, you know?
Yeah.
So cute.
So cute. I love that. Okay.
Come forward and know me better, man.
Somebody wrote that.
I saw that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. Okay. And now I think adding a little nose really does take this to the next level. This is a flat bead that we found at Michael's. It's flat on one side. Now, if you can't find a flat bead, that's okay. Just use
a full bead.
A full bead.
It would look just as adorable.
Will you glue it, Dennis?
Sure,
so I can hold the camera so everybody can see. Do you see the spot I did?
I do.
I know. I was having trouble with that too. You know, a little glue goes a long way, though. That's a little. It's too little of a glue. I got it. I just fixed it.
Oh, okay.
You know, when that glue, when you have to redo the glue stick, and it's just like a half inch too
and I'm
far.
Just doing it a little above the beard, like almost kind of in the center.
Yeah, in the center. Let me see. Can you bring that closer? Very cute. Very, very.
It's really like we're basically creating a Muppet here.
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
Is so funny.
Do you want to glue the head to the body, you think?
Yeah, let's do that. Teddy is not liking this glue gun.
Just making sure it's straight on with the
In
perfect
with the
belt. Very cute. It makes me giggle. It makes me giggle.
Creeping me out, man. So
Okay.
cute.
You know what? Before we go forward, I'm just going to go for the eyes. Should I do it?
Do the eyes. This is a tricky part. And actually, Andrew looked at this craft for the last 5 months and was like, do the eyes look so
I don't know
weird?
if I like the eyes.
I wonder why. I guess I didn't cut this beard enough.
Okay. Now I did like pre-draw the eyes, but I don't like where one is. I do think the eyes are gonna be the trickiest part no matter what, just because what do they say? The eyes are the windows to the soul. There we go. So what I'm using for this, I'm gonna use some paint pens from Michaels, and you could use a paint brush. But the paint pens just help because it'll give you like a more precise circle. Yeah. But I'm going to do 2 layers. I'm going to start with the black, and then I'm going to give a gleam with the white. Dennis, will you hold the camera so I'm not having to like focus on that? Yeah. So I can go like this way. Mm-hmm. So I just want to make sure that my paint marker is...
Do you want to use this?
I tested it right before we came on, but... So I'm just going to press down where I put the pencil mark. Can you see all this fine?
Yep. You know, and as always, we have all of these materials and the step outs on our blog, craftylumberjacks.com. And also Michaels is so great about uploading all of these tutorials and videos on their YouTube channel. And we also have all our past classes on our blog as well. So if you ever want to revisit a class, or if there's a rainy day and you just want to check out some projects, head over to our website, craftylumberjacks.com, or you can check out Michaels on YouTube, because we're not the only people that do classes. They have a whole bunch of classes all the time.
Absolutely. I'm just blowing it so it dries quicker. You do want to wait until it fully dries before moving on to the next step.
Right.
But it's looking pretty cute. You know, if you're worried about this step, a good tip might be to draw the eyes before you do everything else in case you don't like it. You can.
Oh, yes. So then, then it's like too late.
Okay.
Very cute.
Very, very cute. I'm going to go for it. You think it's a bad idea?
No.
What do we think, people? Can I just do it? I think I can just do it. So I'm going to add a glimmer. And the trick to that is you just want to go diagonally. Sorry, I'm going to just... I keep hitting the camera. I want to just go a little diagonally so you can kind of still see the... So you can still see the black. I don't want to cover up the whole thing. So I'm just going to go...
Boop. Cute. Oh my gosh, adorable.
Okay. Whew. I was scared. Very scared. Very, very cute.
Good job. Perfect. Everybody said perfect.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, everybody. I couldn't have done it without you. Okay.
Now every bald man knows that his head is going to get cold. And a leprechaun always has a hat.
Oh, yes.
So we do want to give him a little hat. We made a little top hat. Super easy to make. I'm not loving this beard the way I cut it, but
you know, I have to say I cut this beard and it might
I know.
be
Why'd you make me cut it?
I don't know. Because you were like, I don't know if I have anything to do.
I always have something to do.
You want to do the top hat?
No.
Okay. I thought not. Okay. So we are using the same color we used for the belt for the top hat. I think that's super cute. But you could go with any color. And basically a top hat is a rectangle and 2 circles, one for the brim and then one for the top of the hat. And this one got a little smushed. I'm sorry. That was just months of moving it around and Teddy sitting on it and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of guesstimate. It's about 3 inches or so. And I want a rectangle. So I'm thinking about 3 inches wide or long and about like 1.5 inches tall.
Yeah, but of course you can make it.
You can do whatever you want.
That almost even looks too big.
You think?
I don't know.
looks a little...
Great. That's cute.
The wizard will see you now. Doesn't it kind of look like that?
Yes. Kayla said, it's almost like a St. Patty's Day elf on the shelf.
Oh
Watch
my
now.
gosh.
That's so true.
That's the last thing parents want to hear. I love that. There we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm literally just going to glue the two. Does this still look too big?
No. Go
Okay,
for it.
great.
Just roll with it, man.
I'm literally rolling it, which is so funny. So adding a little bit of glue. There we go.
You okay, baby?
So cute. Okay, so now 2 circles. I'm going to eyeball this. So a good tip is to cut out a square and go from there. I'm going to fold it in half. And then this is going to be for like the top part. Now, if you didn't have, or if you didn't want to eyeball it, I think you could use maybe a quarter. I think a quarter would be a good...
something small. And I think you could also, you know, put this
trace,
on top.
yeah.
And that kind of thing.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now shape it. Does anyone have a good St. Patrick's Day movie? I'm trying to think if there are any St. Patrick's Day movies out there.
Jennifer Aniston in Leprechaun.
Yeah, I was going to say Leprechaun, but I was thinking something more like classic. You know?
Yeah, like a family film.
Yeah, like what's that musical? Finian's Rainbow.
Oh, I don't really know that one.
So I keep just checking it and being like, does that look good enough? That's pretty good.
That's pretty spot on.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm just going to glue it on. Sometimes you got to quit while you're ahead. You don't want to keep going for it. For this, I'm going to add a little glue, almost a little more on the insides.
Luck of the Irish. That's a film?
You know. Oh, no. I was about to... Oh, it got stuck to my finger. I was so close. I was so close. I was going to say when I craft, and it's a hard part, I have to be so quiet. There we go.
Very cute. This would be cute too. We do some sewing classes, like with a loop stitch or a little stitch. Like you can kind of probably sew that would probably be a better, you know, like a cleaner line, I guess.
Oh yeah, totally.
And then I also always love when there's a little stitching detail.
I do too. I love when someone else does it because I'm not very good at that. Okay, so I have a little spillover. I'm just going to take my scissors. What I love about the fabric scissors and really all of Fiskars scissors is they are, hello, sorry, I wasn't in the camera. They are so sharp, so you can really just shave off the teeniest edges. Okay, that looks pretty good. I even had a little glue. I don't know if you saw that I shaved off.
Brigadoon.
Brigadoon, that's it. Brigadoon. I was trying to remember that one too. Okay.
Very
And now cute. I'm going to make the brim, which is basically, this is the easier part. It's just...
Somebody said that's Scotland.
Oh, is it?
Close enough.
Which is basically, it's going to look like a donut. I have a little glue on my fingers. So I fold it in half and go for it. That is a little big, huh?
Yes, Rich just sent a reminder about tagging and sharing. We always love to see all your projects. You can use the hashtag #MakeItWithMichaels. And he shared some others as well. A lot of you also always send us pictures of your projects, which we really appreciate because we love to see them, especially when you kind of do your own variation or spin on them. Is really fun to see. We do our best with also sharing on our stories, but sometimes, you know, life is just a lot.
So I just cut out a hole that's going to help it sit on the head a little better. And now I'm just going to glue it. Will you glue this for me?
Sure.
Whew, I'm sweating over here. And then while Dennis does that, I just want to keep things moving, you know?
Yeah, for sure. You spend a lot of time on this hat.
Oh, wow. Thanks. You know, I do think it's an important part. You know, what's a leprechaun without a hat?
70 7 shamrocks ago.
Okay, now I just cut out a little.
He does look like a little leprechaun mayor.
Yes. As mayor of the Munchkin. Here, will you glue this too?
Oh my gosh.
I'm making
Why have
you
I
do all
become
the
the
work.
gluing person?
I don't know. I have glue all over my hands.
You could do like this a little higher and then do another belt buckle, which would be really cute.
That would be actually so cute.
Or actually, that would be cute to do like a rainbow pattern, like on the top of the hat.
That would be so cute too. Oh. Very, very cute.
Oh, Teddy's eating our next project.
Teddy. We can't have any living plants at our place because Teddy will eat them all. He goes crazy for them.
We actually had to dispose of one because he was chomping down the leaves. They were cat safe, but he will eat the whole thing. And then the other night, we could swear he was like, "What'd you do with that plant?" He was looking like all over the apartment. We're like, "Oh my god!"
He was looking on all the places.
He's looking for the plant.
Yes, cat grass is great, but he like goes crazy with it. Okay, you're gonna glue that, or you need my help?
Yes, I'm gonna glue it. Okay, a last step here for this guy, for this part, is to just glue the hat on top of his little bald head. Want to keep him warm.
That's a lot of glue you added. I would have added a little less.
All right, well, we listen and we don't judge. Freaking adorable.
That is really cute.
So now every little leprechaun has to have his little clover by him. We're going to take our little green paper here and we're using the heart punch. I love these heart punches because they have a little capsule there where they capture all of the confetti.
I love that too. And you know, this confetti punch is on clearance at Michael's right now. So if you're interested in the confetti punch, now really is the time to run to Michael's and get it.
Yeah, they're the confetti making kits. And actually, we're going to do a giveaway. It's part of the giveaway.
It's part of the giveaway, but it comes with 4 different little confetti punchers.
Yes, they
all
have
different shapes.
The heart, the circle, rectangle, and one other, stars maybe.
Yes.
So for our little clover here, we're going to make them out of 3, but of course you can make 4.
You know, it could be 4 for sure. Very leprechaun-y to have 4.
And we want to take a little piece of wire. And with that, I'm using the needle nose pliers, which also act as a little wire cutter in the end here. So if you put, the wire in the end of your cutter here, you can kind of snip, which I love because you can kind of do different projects at once. What we like to do whenever we work with little wires and we're adding like a little whimsical detail, either on a pencil or I'm going to use the needle nose pliers.
I like to use the needle nose pliers for it.
Yeah, I'm going to just wrap it and give it a little curly
You could even do it. Yeah, that's good. That's what I love about the needle nose pliers. There's so many ways you can do that. And it really does just add the teeniest of details.
A whimsical detail.
Yeah, then you just undo it, and then it's a little like corkscrew.
Can you see it? I'm going to spread it out a little.
So cute. It's little details like that that kind of give it that little vintagey vibe as well, which I really like about it.
All right. Do you want to glue?
Sure. You want me to glue? I can glue if you want.
Okay, now to make our little clover here, we're going to take the 3 large
hearts, and then we're going to glue the bottoms. So what I like to do is I like to start with 2.
Oh, Jennifer said you could put both leprechauns on a moss mat. I love that.
Let me see. Is this focusing? So we want to like take the bottoms of the heart and start with 2 kind of giving opposites. They look like opposites. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like the bottom to the bottom.
Yeah.
Like, what would you say? Like,
so I'm trying to do the tiniest little bit of glue. Now, If you really want to be careful, you could do this with craft glue. So here we have, my camera is having a hard time focusing, I think because it's so little. There we go. And then I'm just going to add one more to the top. And I actually think this glue is, no, I think I need a little more glue. And then I'm putting the bottom right in the middle. I mean, I actually think we use our heart punches more for St. Patrick's Day than for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Because we love making these. We make these all the time. I think they're just
we've
so
been making them for the
cute.
last like 7 years.
We have been making these for a long time. They're just such a cute little detail. You can make them a little bigger and then make a bouquet. It's just very adorable. Okay, so then I'm just going to glue the wire. So just adding a little hot glue and then adding it to the back. There we go.
Very cute. So now, like Andrew said, we originally had it with nothing, but then we thought it'd be really cute as like a little display. We have a lot of these wood rounds from different projects, ornaments, the holidays. So we thought he'd look really cute on a little wood stump here. Just like that. We're going to glue his little clover into his belt.
Yeah, we're just going to...
The original concept, we got kind of those fuzzy pipe cleaners because we wanted to give him arms that wrapped around, but we ended up cutting the arms. Sometimes we think it's good to like edit your project.
I felt like it needed to edit. It was looking a little, I don't know. It just wasn't working.
Too much. Probably don't need too much.
No, you don't really need a lot of glue for this. And then just put it right in his belt.
Yep.
I know you know. And then you can kind of bend it.
Yeah, bend the wire so it's like a little out. Oh, he's got a little
alopecia. He's losing some
hair. Oh my God, aren't we all?
Okay. So my gosh, that is
and
so
then
cute.
Now we're making 2 other giant clovers out of our felt.
So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a piece of paper and we're going to cut out a template. I think this is the easiest way. We can reuse these scraps. I'm going to fold it.
Oh, you're not.
I know, I'm having trouble. Having trouble today, tech-wise. So I'm going to start by creating a heart template. Here we have our
regular scissors.
Green scissors.
I think
that looks pretty good.
That's perfect. I was going to say, we had a pair of yellow scissors and someone stole them.
That is true.
And we are not happy about it.
We are not happy that someone stole our scissors. Now, I'm going to say we weren't like home and someone like came and stole our scissors, but we were somewhere. And
where we brought our materials and then they told us they packaged everything back and guess what was missing? Our yellow scissors. And I'm, very upset about it. I mean, we have tons of scissors, so I mean, we will be okay. We will rebuild.
We will rebuild. But I do like those yellow scissors.
But I'm like, I knew they were going to take those.
I'm going to just trace this. I know. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to trace this right onto here.
So what Andrew's trying to do now, he's making the bigger clovers to go in the background of our little leprechaun here.
Now, if you have a big heart punch, you could do paper.
Use the paper. But he's doing it this way. Just careful you don't write on these guys.
Now, what I like about these clovers is the hearts don't have to be perfect. So even while I'm tracing, they're not 100% perfect, which is fine. It's not a big deal. So we want 3 for each, just like the hearts. Dennis, I'm going to have you help me cut out too, okay?
Sure. I want to...
So we can move along. So I'm going to do 6 in total.
Let me get a little video for the stories.
Oh, okay.
Because these are so adorable.
But I love this. I love these felt clovers because they really are so gorgeous, so easy to make. Here we go. So I think I did 6 in total, and then I'm going to...
When you all do a craft or a project with clovers, are you doing 4-leaf clovers or 3-leaf clovers?
And what is the difference between a clover and a...
Let us know. I'd love to hear your response to clovers.
A clover and a shamrock. I'll let you use the fabric scissors. Okay, I'll use... I mean, what I love about Fiskars scissors is you really can use them for so many different materials. This pair of non-fabric scissors cuts very, very well, even with the felt.
They also, I mean, not that you need them, but Fiskars does also sell like a scissor sharpener, which is really handy. But again, they kind of like, a lot of them, aren't they like self-sharpening?
I feel like we have the scissor sharpener and I love it, but I never need to use it. That's a testament to that.
But I'm just saying it because, you know, sometimes if you want to, you know, so you don't always have to dish out to buy a new pair. You can just get the
I was going to say, when we post about it, I feel like we get like the most frequent comment we get is someone saying, oh my gosh, I've had my Fiskars scissors for 10 years, you know. It's like, I grew up with an orange pair of scissors in my house.
On St. Patrick's Day, they're shamrocks. Right, of course. Oh my God, I feel...
Of course, I didn't know that.
I'm so sorry.
What?
And I'm Irish.
A good tip when you're cutting too is you can see I cut away. When I have like extra materials I don't need, I just cut away. You don't need to keep it all intact. Okay.
I love how funny shamrocks always have 3 leaves while clovers can have 4.
I'm going to make one a 4-leaf clover. I'm feeling crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I'm feeling crazy.
You heard it here first, folks.
I'm going to do one a 4-leaf clover.
A 4-leaf clover is a rare variation.
I once found a 4-leaf clover. I'm not joking. When we
found Teddy.
When I was in elementary school, instead of playing soccer,
I guess we should,
or baseball or anything like that, I would just
stare at the ground.
Literally. I actually once got an award for the best bird calls. Everybody else got like best pitcher, best. It was me and Steven.
Like
we got best bird calls because we would sit in the outfield and like do bird calls and look for clovers.
I was gonna say, you know, also all like there's a trend where people are doing all these clover yards.
Oh yeah, instead of grass, they do clover.
Yeah, they do clovers. It's very good, I guess.
Hi, Teddy.
And I'm always like, who says? They say. I'm like, who's they?
Who's they?
But you know, they say it's good, so okay.
All right. Do you want me to do this part?
Yeah, because you know,
I have to say I didn't cut these too well. Like I have a lot of marker outline. You know, a good tip also if you're working with felt, instead of using a marker, we're using a marker because we really wanted you to see it on camera, but you can use chalk.
Yeah, and then it comes right off.
Okay, so I'm going to take each heart. I'm going to do this a little different than the heart clover we had out of paper. And I'm going to put a little glue on the bottom. And I'm just going to press that. Not put my finger in it. I'm going to press it. That's just going to add a little bit of a 3D element to it. So it has these nice folds. So I'm going to do that to each one. Sorry about the glue on my hands, everybody. You know when you get all that hot glue and it just like sticks?
Andrew's a messy crafter.
I am such
Somehow I will always have clean hands at the end of working on a project. And then I'll look at Andrew's and there'll be paint, glue, pieces of vinyl.
I am a messy.
I don't even know what you use.
Tape. I'm infamous for just putting tape like on my shirt if I don't need it. I just like kind of like.
And I'm like, where did this come from?
I'm a messy and I'm a slow crafter. Dennis is a fast and
furious crafter.
But like clean crafter. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. I can't think about having my hands clean. I just need to go for it.
But that's smart. I'm a psycho like washer. Like I always have to wash my hands. Like Andrew's like able to kind of allow these things to build up on him and not really care. I'm like, oh God, I got paint on my hands. I need to wash my hands immediately.
Suddenly it's a therapy session.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
What does this
Where
mean?
did this come from?
What are the underlying issues? Okay.
Oh my gosh, Teddy's being such a good helper today.
Here we go. I only have 2 more to do.
Yes, I'm gonna move forward with the wire here.
Do you even know what to do for the wire?
Cut it?
I didn't cut it. I just bent it.
Oh, okay. These are all one? Oh.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Will you help me with just making sure these are all... Okay. Now for these, I'm going to kind of do a similar thing where I'm going to start with 2 bottom to bottom, and I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. I do want to really try not to get glue in the front. I just got glue in the front, of course. Actually, that's not how I wanted to do it. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the
paper.
The paper. Sorry, it's different. Let me start over. So I'm starting with 2, and I'm actually going to glue them
like
in 3s like a fan. Yes, there it is. I'm like, this isn't looking right. Okay, another great tip. Use your scissors to cut off any glue. I can even shave it a little. That just takes off the top layer. That's a great little hack. Glue.
Glitter.
So I'm going to glue them like a fan.
That was from Little Shop of Horrors, if anybody clocked that. When Audrey is in the little shop.
The floral shop.
And she's putting together a bouquet. She says, glue. Glitter.
Wow. Getting any... Okay. And then I'm going to add my 3rd. And here we have, I'm going to give one more tip, which is to then glue these 2 ends, glue just a little down here. That's going to open up the clover just so it's nice and open.
I'm going to start these other ones.
That's going to be a 4-leaf.
Oh, okay.
So you can do the same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to let you know.
And we'll call it my biggest fan. Teddy is so in tune to what's happening today.
There it is. So cute.
They also sell, if you use hot glue a lot and you're kind of still have feelings in your fingertips, they actually sell like hot glue gun finger protectors.
Yes. Oh, I didn't realize we're almost out of time. This class
I know, that's what I'm saying. We got to
keep
moving.
Okay, keep it moving, keep it moving.
Sometimes like the little ones kind of take the most time.
I just used a, this is a floral wire that's wrapped in like yarn or ribbon.
Embroidery thread.
Yes, embroidery thread. You can find those. We're actually using them for our crocuses. I'm just bending it, and I'm going to add it in. How's that 4-leaf clover going?
It's cloverific.
Cloverific.
I guess I should have done like
that's
more. Okay. Oh yeah, it's kind of working.
Yeah, so that's looking so great. I feel like we should talk about our next class. We should talk about the giveaway. Should we be doing that?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, I'm going to show you our next craft. I have to show this up close. It's so cute. This is our crocus. These are made out of paper, watercolor, crepe paper. Join this class. It's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited for this one. It's just stunning. I keep looking at it thinking it's real.
So does Teddy.
Yeah.
He keeps trying to eat it.
Let me see. Oh, that's cute.
There's a little 4-leaf clover.
Okay, so I'm going to glue it. And again, that class is on April 18th.
It's another Friday. I think it's a little earlier. I think it's 4 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
From what I remember.
Oh my gosh. When this class is over, I'm going to cut off all these little glue things. It's gonna be
So,
great.
and now because we have, these are little ornament rounds, so there's already like a little hole in it, but of course you can just glue it to the base of your, you know,
I'm just gonna
base,
stick it right in here. I actually need the needle nose pliers to help get
Let's
a
press
nice
that. Yes.
together. Let me add a little glue.
Here, let me bring this. Where do you want to hold that up?
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Audrey throws glitter. Yes. Adorable.
Come on.
That is so cute.
This is
Look at little Teddy.
adorable. I love these little leprechauns. This was so much fun.
Yeah, so cute.
Oh,
Use some of the felt and make an Ireland flag. Yes.
Oh my
I love that.
gosh.
That's so smart.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Are we ready?
Yes, we're ready. Let's flip it and reverse it. Thank you all so much for joining us today. We appreciate you being here.
Rich, will you
hope you have a happy St. Patrick's Day. For the giveaway, we do ask the trivia question.
Hi.
And we do ask you to send us your answers. Either DM us across social media, Crafty Lumberjacks, or you can email us your answers at craftylumberjacks@gmail.com.
Yes.
Our next class, April 18th. We hope you sign up and we see you there. And our trivia question today.
Do you remember it? I remember it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you got it?
I have it here.
Okay, great. Which is the oldest and largest St. Patrick's Day parade in the world? Which is the oldest and largest St. Patrick's Day parade in the world? If it's right or if it's wrong, you are still entered in the giveaway. So don't worry.
Yes, and we hope you have a great holiday.
Thank you
for spending
weekend. Time with us crafting. It was so much fun. It went by so quickly. I can't believe it.
Yes, good luck, and we'll see you on the
good luck.
18th.
Yes.
Take care. Bye-bye.